The federal government has finally given ownership of the presidential lodge Marina to the Lagos state government, bringing to an end a request pursued by the state government for about 20 years. Governor Akinwumi Ambode and the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, finalized the process at a brief ceremony in Abuja.
It all played out at the headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Power, Works and Housing in Abuja. The Lagos State Governor, Akinwumi Ambode, and the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, meet for the second time since the handover of power between them in 2015. This meeting is to finalize the transfer of the presidential lodge in Marina to the Lagos State Government. The request has lasted for almost 20 years. Coincidentally, the former governor, who was part of the process of getting the assets back to Lagos, is positioned to do the final documentation and handover. Papers which formally vest the presidential lodge to the Lagos State Government are signed and exchanged by the two principal officers and their witnesses. The development, according to the minister, is in fulfillment of the promise made by President Muhammadu Buhari to revive moribund and abandoned federal assets across the country.
We are here to formally sign and exchange documents that will make the state government's rights to the property unimpeachable going forward. This is consistent with Mr. President's promise to respond to those many things that have been left undone. Projects like Bodo-Boni Bridge now bring hope and expectation to the people of Boni that those projects will be done. They waited for almost 30 years, but some work has started now in that area. Hydraulic works have started. Projects like the Mambila hydro project that the people of Taraba and Nigeria have waited for almost 40 years have now been concluded, contracts have been signed, so the last leg now is to raise the financing and start this development. So like Bodo and Boni, like Taraba, Lagos State also has a story of a promise now fulfilled.
Governor Akinwumi Ambode sees the transfer as a sign of greater things to come between federal government and the Lagos State government, giving the assurance that the assets will be put into good use.
We believe strongly that by this singular gesture is part of what will improve the economy of Lagos, because our intention is to turn that particular asset into a national monument where we can christen it a national heritage center for leadership, and we'll be able to use it also as a tourist center to bring Nigerians and tourists and foreigners to come into Nigeria, and also use that as a means of improving on the economy of Lagos State and in Nigeria in particular. So on that note, I just want to show my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Minister, and that this journey, this particular event, will bring more good stories as we continue to see how much we can strive to get some of these assets back to Lagos State. We're very grateful.
The presidential lodge, located on the Marina in central Lagos, is a pre-independent structure that has accommodated several presidents and heads of states. Since the movement of the federal capital to Abuja, presidents hardly visit, let alone pass the night there. The Lagos State government has taken possession of the presidential lodge in Marina since August 2017. If everything goes according to plan, the edifice will become a national monument which not only Lagosians but Nigerians would be proud of.